We're all set, Mayor.
All right, thank you. All right, I just wanted to say that I would like to suggest to adjourn and table this for this application as well until the next meeting. The suggestions that were made, I would like to see if the applicant can come up with some more, sort of apply more of the suggestions we mentioned, and come up with different designs maybe. And we would hear the applicant in, again, 2 weeks' time.
Very good. So is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Moved by the mayor. Seconded. And all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed or
Hello?
abstentions?
Hello?
Hello?
And
Couldn't-
1
Yeah.
second, that sounds like Jane. 1 minute, Jane, just
Yeah.
finishing up a few items.
Okay.
Thanks.
All right, hearing no objections or abstentions, the motion passes and the application is adjourned to the next board meeting.
Great, thank you. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
The next
Good
item is the
evening.
abstract for this
Can I
Friday.
say something? Can I ask something?
Oh, 1 minute, we're going to get to public participation, Jane, just finishing
No,
up.
it's not public. It's not public. It's to do with that previous. I just
No.
want one question. Will there be a self-lock-in door to prevent the children going up to play on that roof?
Okay, Gene, this is not part of the discussion. We're not discussing the rooftop. It's just the design.
Okay.
All right. All right. Next item on the agenda, please.
It's the abstract for this Friday, April 9th. The abstract is in front of you and it's been reviewed by trustee Mendelson.
I'm just have a couple of questions.
Yes.
Alltech Industries.
Oh, that is the truck that was ordered by Mr. Massaro. I don't know if he is on the meeting, but it will be paid out of the capital fund with the bond that was raised in 2018.
So this is one truck, it's not two, because I saw two, an
No,
item.
there are two items on.
New bucket truck. The new truck. The other one was a dump truck.
So one is a dump and one is a bucket?
Correct, yes.
Okay. Okay.
The last dump truck. This one is a bucket truck.
So, okay, but on this itemization, there's just one truck, in other words, that,
I think there's a chassis,
Just one.
there's a built up, there's a configuration. Each one is listed separately.
so the chassis is one part of the payment and the truck itself is the other part, is that it?
Hello?
The whole truck was 185 and change.
Right. So it comes to like 94 and, somewhere over 90.
380. That's a complete truck.
Okay, so the way they itemize it is based on I saw what Abraham was saying, the chassis and,
Right. Altech, the truck was delivered from Altech on a international chassis.
okay. So this is a bucket truck, okay.
Yes.
That was one question. There was another, Abraham, the Hartford.
And by the way, Annie, just so you know,
Yeah,
when you're looking at the account, that particular truck is listed as an H account, which is a capital improvement account. And this was money that was borrowed 3 years ago. It was borrowed as a capital.
okay. So this is one of the trucks that you use to reach the lights and to
Yeah, reaching the lights, trimming the trees.
Please, okay, got it. Okay, Abraham, there was something also called the Hartford. I saw,
Hartford is our short-term disability. It's based on employees' gender as well as their income. So, for example, male employees, to insure male employees for short-term disability, they would be cheaper than female employees. And then it goes based on earning that up to 18,000 and change. I don't have the exact number, up to almost $19,000 of every employee's per quarter. That rate applies, and then this is a short-term disability for 3 months.
I see. So the Hartford is the insurance policy. Okay.
Short-term disability, yes.
Short-term disability. And the last one was sort of, it was on one of the Peter bills. It had to do, it was something that was taken off of one of the bills. And it was designated to Barback, and I wasn't sure I understood what that was.
That was a discussion that Mr. Haramis had directly with Mr. Barback and Mr. B. There was some confusion that at some point Mr. Barback made a phone call and it was some sort of a confusion, and then it was removed later when the confusion was resolved.
There was a conversation I had with Mr. Barback that I initially thought was billable to the village. It was drawn to my attention that it was not properly billed to the village, and we had it removed from the bill.
I see. Okay, I just was a little confused by that.
No
Okay,
problem.
I'll make a motion to accept the abstract.
Second.
All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
It's passed unanimous. Public comments?
If anybody has any comments, just unmute, state your name and address for the record, please. David, I see your hand up.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now we can hear you, David.
Yeah. David Slenziger, 15 Beach Road. I was wondering, excuse me, the village sent out a kind of a newsletter, except that I know of a whole lot of people, such as myself, and people who live where I do, who didn't receive it. So I'm wondering why it wasn't mailed to everyone in the village. Also, if you're putting out a newsletter, which clearly is some product that originates, I guess, in Village Hall, why wasn't it put up onto the village website? I mean, you would think there is information there that's not on the village website. Why wasn't that put up on the village website?
Mayor, may I answer that question, please?
Yes, please.
So originally, the way that we wanted to send it out was to buy what is called a USPS route, that we could send it out in a different routes. However, it was found out that it would be less expensive if we produce all the addresses. After we produce all the addresses, we noticed this was from our tax system. Then we noticed that our tax system, obviously for the co-ops and apartment buildings, it does not specify different apartments within every building. And therefore, we just send it to all the single house, single residence. And then I have about 400 of them at my office that somebody is going around and distributing it in the apartment building. So they will reach your building sometime this week. Last week, because of a holiday, we were short-staffed. So at this week, you should receive it. Regarding putting it on the website, that's something that we have requested the graphic designer to give it to us. Again, due to the holiday, she was not in the office. Well, she's a contractor. She's not working for the village. She was not in her office, and therefore she was not able to give it to us. But I have reached out, and we should be getting it, and we will put it on the website.
Thank you. I mean, I hope the faster it gets on the website, the better, because, you know, if you're publishing information, it should be for everyone in the village. But at least I will look out for it, even though I now have my own copy. Okay.
Funny, when we put it on the website, people complain that not enough people see it. We should put it in a mailing. So we put it in the mailing. It just didn't get to you yet. It'll get there, but everybody will get it.
Does anybody else have any comments?
Yes, Brian?
Yep. Go ahead. Jean, just state your name and address for the record, please. Jean, there we go.
Hello?
Okay, go ahead,
Brian?
Jean. State your name and address for the record.
Yeah, Jean Pierce, 44 Arundel Avenue.
Thank
I
you.
have a couple of questions. The new building inspector, part-time building inspector, how many hours will she be working a week?
May I answer that question, Mayor?
Yes, please.
21 hours.
How many?
21 hours, 3 days, 21 hours.
Okay. And how many hours does our subcontractor, Mr. Morkerheit, work?
It varies based on demand.
Because he's not a village employee, so how does he get paid? Is it by each inspection or by the hour?
By the hour.
You won't tell me how much it is an hour, will you?
If you foil it, I will happily provide it to you.
Okay. Now, I want to know, will you be hiring any full-time inspectors? Because we have 8 big projects in the works. The huge Iranian community center with the swimming pool, the synagogue, it's got the works. That would be a big job. You've got the East Shore Road Synagogue that's got the recreation center on Steamboat Road being taken care of. You've got the synagogue, the temple that's been in the works for 7 years on Middle Neck Road. You've got a new village hall. You've got 2 3-story and 1 4-story apartment buildings, plus Millbrook Court, not to mention all the new houses that are being constructed. We can't manage our everyday code enforcement. How do you expect Steve and our new part-time 21-hour week inspector to manage? Why can't we hire new inspectors full-time?
Okay, thank you, Jean, for your comment.
But I'm not getting any answer?
Well, there's no answer to give. None of those projects are in works. There's no inspection.
Well, they are. The community
Wait, hold on.
center's
Jean, you
being
asked the
worked on.
question. Jean, you asked the question. I'm answering you.
Mm-hmm.
Millbrook is not ready. They haven't started anything that I need an inspector for. I don't know which synagogue you're talking about on East Shore. I don't think we have gotten any application for a building of a synagogue on East Shore. There is
No, I didn't. No, I didn't say building a synagogue. I said they are doing the recreation center on Steamboat Road, not the Iranian Community Center, the recreation center. They're already working on
you
that.
said East Shore, right? So I didn't hear. Okay, so as far as these large projects, you also have to realize that they are being inspected by not only our inspectors, they're being inspected the way Avalon Bay was inspected. They have, we have, the engineering or other companies that actually do the inspection. So it's not our inspectors doing all the inspections. They make sure that everything's being done properly. And again, none of these projects have started, and you can't really hire everybody at the same time and keep them just around for next year or so before any construction begins. So you don't. Again, we are looking, and if we find someone who is capable, we will hire them. But again, at this time, at this very specific time, I don't think we have the need. Should we need in the near future? Yes, we absolutely will hire.
Well, you said that nothing's started yet. The Iranian Community Center is starting. I mean, they're already, the trees are coming down. They're already working their construction. You've got the one on the recreation center on Steamboat Road. The old tennis center is being worked on. I mean, I go by, you see it.
We understand, but
say they're not.
Jean, I'm telling you that at this time we don't need any more. We are looking, and we will hire when we have. You also have to realize you cannot just hire anyone, and there's a process of hiring inspectors. So we are looking, and we will hire as we move on.
So you don't feel there's any need for
I did not say that. I said we are looking. Jean, if you hear me, I said we are looking. I don't believe that we need someone. I don't think the projects are being delayed because we don't have any. We are looking, and we will find, and we will have more inspectors.
Do you advertise for the job?
It has been put on the proper websites, yes.
Okay. Because you might feel that you don't need, but I personally feel we do need, because there's so many things going on in our village that are not being done right. And then it's too late once it's done, especially with new construction. And if you had inspectors that could go around like the old days, it would save a lot of problems for the village by not having to have meetings and saying, oh, you shouldn't have done this, you shouldn't have done that, but it's too late now.
Okay, all right. I don't know what I'm going to answer to that, but the way things are, nobody gets a permit. If people do things without a permit, they do things without a permit. Nothing gets approved before an inspector inspects it. So if you're telling me being done...
I'll stop right now from there, because I don't want to say something on the phone. Okay, but thank you.
All right, very good. Thank you.
Good night.
If anybody else has any comments, please just unmute yourself, state your name and address for the record. Going once, going twice.
Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 All right, have a
Ayes
wonderful
have it,
night, everybody. We'll see you in 2 weeks. Bye-bye.
Night, everybody.